Lenny, yes. Yes, it does. You're absolutely right. This is qualification match in the lower bracket. So winner is in, loser is out. There we go. The bracket's back. So Jwols and OSM have already played. It's a 3-2 win for Jwols. Since then, he got the win against Jorias as Jorias forfeited. Then he lost to Alpha 54-3-0. So that's Jwols' journey here. I would go as far as to predict a revenge win here. It was Jwols who knocked OSM into the lower bracket. I think it's probably time for OSM to get his revenge and knock Jwols out of the tournament. And I know a lot of people would be excited if OSM can qualify after being he was a player for the Manfield Night 5K last year. So many people are hoping that he makes it into the Salt Mine EU this year. See if he could do better. He came 7th in the Manfield Night 5K last year. He'll be looking to do better in this tournament should he make it in. Here we go. It's OSM against Jwols. Winner qualifies. Loser is eliminated. Hey, thanks by the way to Hamadine for the 8-month prime, and also the Panther for the 2-month prime, and another 8-month prime from I Am Forces. Really appreciate that. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Did I say thank you as well to Eric Ramgren? I can't remember if I did, but welcome, dude. How are you doing? I think I didn't say thank you. I just I didn't thank you for the sub. I thanked you for the kind words. But hey, there you go, both. Glad to have you, man. So, in their first matchup, I expected it to be a close one, which it was. And I did think that OSM would have the edge, which he didn't. Jwols really surprised me, and I think everybody who was watching that game, just with how well he was able to play under the pressure. That comes with a qualifier like this. But since that matchup, since the first time that these two played in the tournament, I think OSM has upped his aggression significantly. Oh, that's just gone in. Jwols 1-0 up. I believe he was going to beat OSM to this ball anyway, but he didn't have to because it's actually bounced in as it spun off the wall. That is proof that there is, in fact, a difference in bounce in Rocket League, depending which way the ball is spinning when it hits the surface. There is not, however, curve in the actual game unless you're playing curveball, because I believe that there's no drag in the air in Rocket League. I think that somebody explained it to me once. They said that that's the reason why. Nice manipulation here by OSM. Oh, has he missed the open net though? Yes, he has. And already it's an OSM series, like I always say. Not an OSM game without at least one open net for miss from him. At least for his sake, he's got it done early. Good save at the other end. Jwols going to bring a double save out of him. OSM keeps it close. That's composure under pressure from OSM. After the classic miss at one end of the field, he's done quite well at the other. Still keeping this one within a single goal. Quick recoveries, keeping the pressure on Jwols, but Jwols has a good angle of attack there. He's going to force OSM back. I think Jwols may have grabbed the corner boost. Yes, he did. Trying to use it to good effect. It's OSM, in fact, pinching the ball off the crossbar. And allows Jwols to get a pretty easy clear. So far, so good for Jwols. I was surprised by the aggression that OSM brought to the table against Logic right from the very beginning. In the previous round against Bluey, he started off playing extremely defensive and then switched things up in the fourth game with earlier challenges to catch him off guard. So Jwols will need to look out for OSM mixing things up as we go on in this series. And I'm not expecting OSM to just try the same strategy every single game if it isn't working. I do expect to see him really bringing a game plan today. He's someone who is very well known for doing that in the past, watching replays of matches that he's lost against other players that he's likely to play again and trying to figure out what he could do differently against them. So far, the playstyle for OSM has been pretty standard, but it's looking like it's at least nullified a lot of Jwols' offensive pressure. Now Jwols in a spot of bother here. OSM's got all the boost. Such a low scoring game. So it's sitting on a knife edge, but Jwols gets the next goal. Even though he's at a huge boost disadvantage, that was careless by OSM. Now, I've talked about this in the past. He loves his reverse challenges, but on a bounce dribble, I don't think that's a good idea. It's just too visible. It's too easy for Jwols to spot. Now, talking about challenging a ball carry, yes, a reverse challenge can be very surprising and something that can catch an opponent off guard. It's going to be difficult to catch Jwols off guard if he's bounce dribbling or got a high pop going. OSM, multiple fake challenges, comes away with possession. This is a place that he can attack from. We've seen it many times in the past. Going low with a 50-50, so does Jwols, who's getting stolen from him, but he gets the demo. This is really big for Jwols in the back corner. That could have been extremely awkward if he didn't get the kill. Look at the time left. It's 3 goals in 3.5 minutes so far. One of the lowest scoring games we've seen all tournament, looking more like a threes match. Nihilar, by the way, thanks to the tier 1 10-month. Welcome back, dude. Nihilar, for anybody who doesn't know, providing us with lots of the copyright free music that we listen to at the start of streams, making sure that we're not going to mute any VODs for everybody who's not watching live. And also TimeWalk950, thanks to the 6-month Prime. Appreciate you, man. OSM has a 2-goal comeback needed, now just 1. He dominates Jwols in the following kickoff. Oh, that's really gone wrong for Jwols. He's way too low on the ball there. Can he sort himself out before OSM starts a comeback? A real comeback. Now, big position for OSM. I love that challenge by Jwols. And look at that. Immediately turning it into a shot. Too high though. OSM escapes. Another 2-goal deficit. There's 45 seconds left. We're still on track for 1 goal per minute in this game. Jwols avoids the demo. Was smart positioning. Just needs to play a keep away here. No more goals needed. Just needs to keep himself relevant to the play. In a bit of trouble though. He missed the boost steal. Right, OSM's got some space. Again, OSM first to the boost. He could have had a goal there with a better first touch. Still, may have one. No, Jwols gets in the way. Good defense. OSM getting punished for just miss-hitting the ball once or twice this game. Once on an open net, once the first touch to set up an open net, and Jwols is not giving him any chances in the closing seconds. OSM just wants to bring this ball down and under control. He's going to have at least 1 chance. It's not the highest pop on target. Jwols puts it into the bar. OSM catches it once more. He'll need to pop this one high to get it over the line. I don't think he's going to get it. It was on target, but too slowly, and Jwols does take game 1. That would have been so hype if OSM had put that one into the net on 0 seconds. Fortunately for him though, I think he's just let himself down in this opening game. The open net miss, you know, sometimes recently, not too impactful. If it happens in a game you lose by 4 or 5 goals, obviously, you're not too sad. But if it happens in a game where you're only losing by 1 goal, surely that's what you're thinking about. That one time that you could have just put the ball into the net and you hit the bar. You actually hit the bar with another flick as well, but got the rebound in. Caleb Scoot, thanks for the 3-month Prime, by the way. Appreciate you, man. This is the lower round 4 qualification match. So the winner of this match is into the EU salt mine. The loser, however, is eliminated. Both these guys have lost once already. In fact, OSM lost to Jwols already in this tournament in round 1 of winners. Jwols went on to winners finals and lost to Alpha 54. You've watched this episode on YouTube. It's Jwols versus OSM. The first is that matchup on Brian's channel already. And yeah, like Lenny said, hopefully O'Khaled versus Astro will be tomorrow. Still trying to confirm that one. But yeah, I'm trying to find out what time Astral and O'Khaled are available. Astral told me he was going to ask what time his scrims were, and then he logged off. So I think he either forgot or he couldn't find out. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, like I always say, if you want to know when those matches go live. I tweet before every single one of them. It's the easiest way to keep up with it. Yeah, probably there's a good chance it'll be around about the same time. Oh, what did we just see there? That is a huge misplay by OSM. He had 100 boost in this spot, and he's just given Jwols a goal. 2-0 already for Jwols in game 2. He looks to go 2-0 ahead in this series. OSM's car, you don't like it? Well, okay, I feel like I have to show you. This is what it looks like without colorblind mode, which he doesn't play with. He doesn't play colorblind mode, so his car looks like this on his screen. But I recently have been turning on colorblind mode, just because, you know, you never know, might have a colorblind viewer or two, and I don't want them to feel left out, so we're just going to use that. Make OSM's car orange. Just want to throw that out there. Maybe you still think his car looked horrible. Fully pink. Is it weird I just posted an NA Salt Mine video when I'm streaming? Yeah, well, the lucky thing with YouTube videos is you can watch it later. So I will only be streaming this one match today. Then I've got to go. Busy tonight. Got some NA Salt Mine to record later on in the evening, so we're just going to be doing the one EU qualifier matchup. Ideally, we'll get the final 2 EU qualifier matchups done tomorrow. So this one is the only one you're going to need to watch today. Then you can get right back into the NA Salt Mine action. However, if you don't want spoilers, I would encourage you not to look at Twitch chat for the duration of this match, because somebody's bound to type in the chat at some point who the winner of the matchup was for the series I just posted on YouTube. Let's see, yes, be warned. Oh, that's a great shot by Jwols. Has he really got this? Nicely done. End to end, using multiple surfaces to get his car and the ball into OSM's net. It's a great shot. Lenny won, yeah, indeed. Hey, thank you by the way to LaserMatt85 for the 2-month. I really appreciate that. Thanks to everybody who watched this stream. Jwols looking a lot better in this second game than he did in the first game. The first game, I wouldn't call it a throw from OSM entirely, because it was very close. Like, even if OSM did score that open net, Jwols would still have had a great chance of winning the match. It was, you know, pretty even, I would say. But since then, Jwols has started to really find his feet in this matchup, and OSM looks a bit nervous. Some of his first touches have really not been that effective. KSA players in EU Salt, yeah, I've put, or I invited Khaled to play in the EU Salt Mine because he plays EU servers all the time, and not only that, he's one of the most terrifying players on EU servers. So why not? It's an online tournament, and I'm not going to restrict somebody from playing on a server that is really their main server, because you don't have as many players on the Middle East servers. So I think most of the Middle East players just play on Europe so they can get games against higher level players more often. And also just so they can get games more often, because they want to, or rather they don't want to be waiting in huge queues all day. So creative recoveries from OSM, but he's still trailing in this matchup. Jwols playing a blinder so far. Looking solid as ever. And that would be, I think, the biggest surprise of the qualifier so far, if Jwols can make it in. He's, I think, played some of the best Rocket League I've ever seen him play in this tournament, despite the fact that he lost to Alpha 54, and he did, of course, have that incredibly close series with Jordias before. But yeah, very deserving of his current placement. OSM denied the opportunity to come back within 2 goals. He can't reach the rebound here either. Jwols expected him to. Hey Dub, thanks for 250 bits, man.
Bits away from the orange
oh no.
I think is 50K.
Yeah, it is. It's the 50K one, you're right.
Also, how are you, Bonnie Joy?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. So yeah, be warned, if you don't want the 50K orange butthole badge, then don't get that extra 4K bits. Just go 3999 max. And then, yeah, just stay there forever. Alright, so it's 4-goal lead now for Jwols. Like I was saying, he seems to have improved as this series has gone on, whereas OSM still pretty shaky. This is not the same OSM we saw yesterday, looking dominant and efficient against Logic. And you know, you hate to say it, but it could be that open net miss in the last game. You know, like I said, between games 1 and 2, if you miss an open net in a one-sided match, you don't really care. If you miss an open net in a match which ends with you losing by 1 goal, you absolutely do care, and that's what happened in game 1 of this series. Even OSM, who's, you know, had his fair share of open net misses, gonna have a hard time forgetting about that one and moving on with the series. He's gonna have to move on though, and sooner rather than later. Jwols is really running away with this one. Guys, what are you spamming here? Don't Messina pick me up. It's off-season melee play. High level 1v1. 420 MMR. However, to be entirely honest, every single one of my 1v1 teammates. 1v1 teammates? That doesn't even make sense. Is this meme accurate? What's it talking about 1v1 teammates for? Is that the joke? 1v1 teammates. I was just making sure nobody messed it up here. Where did this originate? This is I don't know. Not like that spam worthy in my opinion. That's the joke. Oh, okay. I feel like that joke could be so much more effectively like revealed. That was it's too obvious, you know? It doesn't need to be this elaborate. Probably originated here. I wouldn't be surprised. Look at this though. Jwols really on the verge of qualifying to the EU salt mine. All he needs is one more win after this one, because it looks like he's got it in the bag already. He's wasting time. He's denying OSM any chances. Looks like OSM's going to get one, and he doesn't miss the open net. So pretty important goal there for OSM, whether or not he comes back in this game. If he'd missed that open net, all confidence would have gone completely out the window. He probably just got swept or forfeited early, because how do you decide you're playing well with a miss like that? Okay, Jwols has given OSM the smallest chance here to come back. He needs to get the counter attack going as soon as possible, but Jwols is in a pretty bad position here to defend. OSM's flick is a weak one, and that'll be game 2 to Jwols as well. Reverse sweep needed for OSM if he wants to make it into the upper echelon of EU1s once again. Jwols peaking at the perfect time. He's already beaten OSM once this tournament. He wants to show us that he could do it again. And right now, it's looking like that is where we're headed. Where is Com? Com, I think he stopped playing ones to focus on 3v3. And he nearly made it into promotion, what do you call it, relegation tournament for North American Rival Series. But I think they just missed out on it. Are they already eliminated? Bullsend, Com's team? Are they out already, or do they still have a chance? Somebody help me out here. You don't think they're out? You think they're still in? They can still make top 4? Is it likely though? They have like a 1% chance. There's a chance. I feel like I need to look it up myself and see what's happening. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up. RLCS Season 8. Oh, I've just googled RLCS Season 9. 89 rather. Depends on other teams losing. Okay, let's see what's the situation. So Bullsend are currently 5-4. They need either RBG or Full Metal Gaming. No, Full Metal Gaming are way too high rated on the win-loss ratio. So I guess they need RBG to get swept. Is that what needs to happen? So they just straight up need RBG to get swept. Oh yeah, because Bullsend beat RBG. So they need Zoo to sweep RBG, and Zoo are like 1-7 in the league, so the likelihood of that happening is extremely low. And they also need Chaos Esports to lose to Linked Up, which is yeah, another matchup though. Well, actually that's more believable. That could happen. Yeah, RBG losing 3-0, that does not seem likely at all. Alright, OSM 1-0. Much better start to the game here. Can he keep it up? Jwols has looked incredibly solid here today. Free flip save attempt. Turned out to be unnecessary because OSM put the shot wide. Couldn't make contact even. Oh, that's a good 50 though. And OSM reads the bounce and goes ahead by 2. So this is the sort of playstyle change I was expecting from OSM. He, you know, hasn't been playing ultra passive so far this series, but he has been playing quite a passive style. But that challenge you just saw was full-on ball chase, and that could be his plan for this third game. Switch things up and catch Jwols off guard. That's a wide open net. OSM decides to fly down for it, and well collected in fact. I like that rebound attempt. He didn't get baited into recovering mid-air here. He just got back down to the ground and made sure of the shot because he had the time, so why rush it? Jwols not going to make contact here. OSM already up by 4. That's a perfect start to his comeback. Already looking like his game. Dedeco, thanks for the 14-month tier 1.
Well joyful.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for that. So from here, I would actually not be surprised if OSM keeps up the aggression. You know, a lot of people might think, oh well, he's got the lead, now just sit back on it, you know, just chill. But I would love to see OSM just absolutely pop off this game, because when you're trying to reverse sweep somebody in ones, in the past we've seen that, you know, getting a crushing win in there at some point can be hugely advantageous. It just helps the other player forget about the advantageous position they're in, and that's why we do see this dive-in challenge by OSM. He's trying to keep the aggression up. Well read though by Jwols, puts the ball past him. Why is Brian always making fun of Johnny's nose? Why not? Seems like a fair thing to do. Hey, the strategy for OSM is, as I anticipated, he wants to keep up the aggression, but I think Jwols is maybe too smart to fall for something like that. I would be shocked if Jwols gets caught off guard and caught out of position by, you know, 10 or 12 rush challenges in a row. He's gonna adapt, and again actually punishes OSM for diving in early. Just forced the ball through him. Jwols had his wheels on the ground, OSM did not. And now suddenly we have a 2-goal game. It was 5 just moments ago. OSM still the one in the lead, and actually both players challenging so fast this game could lead to a massive scoreline. This is ridiculous. Everybody's diving in and missing the ball. You love the comm videos? What, you mean the comm with 2 M's, the player? Yeah, if that's what you mean, I definitely agree. It's a little fake shot there from OSM, trying to back Jwols up into his goal. Has to be careful though, because you can't really see what he's doing in this exchange. And now it is a 2-goal game. Oh, he means the mouse comms videos. Yeah, those are brilliant. Yeah, those are absolutely fantastic. I would be very surprised if more Rocket League teams don't start doing that, because like obviously the best way to get fans in Rocket League is, you know, be a competitive American team, but the second best way is to just be funny in comms or in like interviews. So that's the best way, I think, for all these teams who are like, especially brand new teams to the leagues, in NA and EU, all these new boys who have suddenly started coming in and crushing the old guard. It's kind of like the 3rd gen of Rocket League pros, I would say. Yeah, those guys, they need to get involved in more of that kind of content. Just getting as many funny videos out there as possible, which is also the organization's responsibility. What did I think of Roniki's players showcase? I didn't see the whole thing start to finish because I was distracted when I was watching it, but what I did see, it looked pretty funny. I thought it was good. What do you guys think? Press 1 if you like the Roniki player showcase, 2 if you thought it was bad. Let's see. Let's see the Twitch chat. Verdict. Mostly 2 so far. Hey, thanks Dub for gifting us up to Lenny, by the way. Really appreciate that. And also 100 bits. He doesn't want to use that 4K bits. I try to go hundreds to stay away from that. I like the strats. Who do I think is the best 1v1 player overall right now? I'd probably say First Killer after he beat Scrub on stream right before Saltmine NA started. But yeah, I thought the Roniki bit was quite well done. I thought it was fine. I like things like that. It's personality. Bit funny. Good save by OSM. Crucial one as well. It's really at this point of the game, I think it's important for OSM to try and stop giving the ball away. The only way that Jwols is going to come back is if OSM keeps giving him this many chances to score. He's going to give him at least another one here. Jwols is bumped into the ceiling, doesn't have any boost for the rebound. It looks like OSM might have escaped. Yes, he has. Good demo as well. So, necessary bump mid-air there by OSM, especially if he misses the ball like he did. The Roniki one was a bit bad. I don't know, I thought it was kind of good. I like the production quality of it. I like the idea, like the whole just way that it was done. The scrub one was brilliant, where he's cycling about Do you think Scrub ever, in fact, cycles anywhere? I don't know. I don't know if Scrub, you know, cycles around Edinburgh. But yeah, they had him like, they had him on his bike going all over the place, didn't they? Yeah, I wonder if they were just like, here, Scrub, can you ride a bike? Do you have one? Alright, let's get you on that. You can cycle about. That looks, yeah, that looks good. Let's just get him riding that about, because he looks too awkward when he's walking. Maybe they took a look at Scrub walking. They're like, oh man, this guy just looks ridiculous. He doesn't know how to walk properly. We need to get him on a bike or something. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But it was, yeah, it was a good VT. I liked it as well, you know, seeing all the cinematics in Edinburgh. Pretty cool stuff. Imagine he doesn't even own a bike. You know, that also wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't own a bike. What videos are these? So like RLCS player spotlight videos that they've been making this season. Pretty cool. Hey, Stian, you know, thanks for the 3-month prime. Appreciate you, man.
Boy.
Looks very much like we're not going to be seeing a sweep today. Jwols started off looking brilliant in this series. But OSM had the absolute best possible start in this game. Although there was a bit of a scare that Jwols might come back, he didn't play too all in, didn't play too aggressively. Kind of found the sweet spot. You know, caught Jwols off guard early on with some ball chasing, and then afterwards hit him with some time wasting, hit him with some possession play. And that's the sort of adjustments that OSM needs to make in every game this series if he's going to make this reverse sweep happen. Because if he just goes into, you know, the next game, the exact same game plan as this one, he's going to be facing a Jwols who's a lot more prepared. Is there a match after this one? No, we can't do Astra Locale tonight because they're not available tonight, but hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Hopefully. Tracy, thanks for the year of Twitch Prime, man. Really appreciate it.
A whole year. A whole dang year. Finally part of the Dream Club. 3.
Does Ping play a big deal in Rocket League? Yeah, definitely. The Mad Gola, thanks for the 2-month prime, and also 6-month prime from Pointies. Cheers for that, buddy. Let's get into game 4. Can OSM keep up this reverse sweep? Or will Jwols just end his tournament life right here, right now? Let's find out. Actually, a good start here for OSM. A very good start, in fact. This is what you would consider an open net, and not one that OSM is missing already. Looking like a brand new player if you compare this one to game 1. You miss Flake's old name? Well, you can't be good at using a name like that if you want to be, you know, a professional gamer. Because nobody's going to sponsor you if your name has, you know, crude or rude words in it. They're just not going to sponsor you. You're not going to get a salary. They're not going to pay you to play the game and represent their brand. And, you know, for understandable reasons. That's one time where I don't think that we're living in a world that's just gone too soft with what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say. In that case, I think it's perfectly acceptable. Wow. Well, as far as 50-50s go, that's one of the better ones you're going to get all series. OSM, a stroke of good fortune, ahead by 2 in game 4. Scripting is obvious at this point. I know a lot of people are going to be calling me out on this one. Oh, wow. Speaking of good 50-50s, make it 2 in a row. OSM's up by 3. And that's 2 challenges that have just gone straight into Jwols. Now, well, I mean, the first one went in off the wall, but still, nothing Jwols can do about that one after he commits to the 50-50. Oh, OSM's already got pretty much the same position that he had last game. Just a pretty comfortable lead very early on into the game. It's a bit lucky, I'd say. Great save by Jwols. OSM, in fact, stopping mid-play to credit him for it. Yeah, like I was saying, it's a bit fortunate there that OSM's got this lead. But he's still pressuring Jwols so much. Look at this finish as well. Just popping it backwards over his head. Jwols did not expect a shot from this position. He wasn't ready for it. And that's 4-0. Gonna make the script more believable. Listen, I thought it was a pretty good one. You've not seen the rest of it yet. Just give it, you know, give it some time. It might grow on you. See, the thing is, I didn't have time to write the scripts for 3 and 4, games 3 and 4. So we just ran game 3 back twice. That's why this is also 5-0 early on. And next comes 3 Jwols goals on the comeback. But there you go. Hope you're happy. Another 5-0 for OSM. You know, I said in the last game I was hoping to see him try and keep up the aggression, just to let Jwols know that he is willing to do that. But now that he's seen how that panned out, and it didn't, you know, go all that well when he just kept the same strategy all game 3, Jwols started to come back. I would like to see OSM now make the switch to play a bit more defensive. Maybe catch Jwols off guard in the other direction. The reverse challenge here not working out again for OSM. He's not had too much success with those this series. Jwols has the high pops, and he's starting that little 3-goal spree I was telling you about. Watch people actually think that this is scripted if that happens. OSM nearly gets a 3rd dunk goal, pre-flip to knock away the dangerous ball. It's a nice interception as well by OSM. And an open net. Who is this guy? Who's he giving the controller to? Because yeah, jokes on you guys, it's not scripted. Look at that, it's a different script. No 5-3. L. Bielson, Johnny Lies. That's what it seems like, mate. But was it just part of the script for me to tell you that it was going to be a 3-goal swing for Jwols, and then actually have something else happen? What if that was scripted as well? That's a beautiful aerial shot. OSM's just gone and scored 7 goals in barely over 2 minutes of gameplay here. What on earth is happening? This is just a crazy turnaround after losing game 2 in fairly comfortable fashion. You never thought OSM would be able to pop off like this. I thought maybe that one open net miss in game 1 had tilted him into oblivion, and that was all she wrote for this series. He is coming back here. He's giving it a good shot. Oh, that's a great goal by Jwols though. He's just gone and wave dashed under this one to catch it, send it on target underneath OSM. Brilliant shot. Wave dash and a dodge on the landing. 7-2. Both players have had their fair share of pop-offs here. Jwols is the one who's got more work to do. But one silver lining for him is that he does have the time. There's still half the game to go, and he's just got to be thinking to himself, if OSM can score 7 goals in half a game, why can't I score 5? Well, you might need to score more than 5, because OSM's put another one in. And his shooting has gotten so much better as the series has gone on. He's finding the top shelf with consistency now, finding corners. He's hitting these with power as well. Hey, Grace, so cheers for 250 bits, mate.
No longer.
Yeah, he's not open net SM all day. He's like still got, you know, some little flashbacks of open net SM, but not all the time these days. He's scoring open nets occasionally as well. It's not like they're all being missed. Good power on the clear by OSM. He's going to land in reverse and half flip to get into position. Definitely give that a go in your own games if it's not part of your defensive arsenal already. You've already got momentum in one direction in Rocket League. Might as well keep it and just half flip to change the orientation of your car. That's a great shot again by OSM, but I like the setup even more. Dodges the demo and wastes no time. Scoring multiple open nets here. The Red Leopard, thanks for the Prime sub, brand new, appreciate you, man. Welcome to the stream. You know, we've been talking a lot about OSM here because it was mostly, I would say, him who is, like, he kind of low-key through game 1, and then Jwols played a great game 2 and OSM looked lost, so there's been a big, you know, OSM storyline going on here, especially with how he's really fought back in this tournament from a level of play that he certainly wasn't happy with, losing so early in round 1 of winners. Our other man in this series, Jwols, he needs to find an adaptation here, because, you know, OSM hit him with one and it's worked out pretty wonderfully. But Jwols is a smart player as well. He's not just a bag of mechanics and 0 IQ. Like, this guy knows what he's doing, but he's going to need to dig deep here. He's really up against it. He may already be thinking about game 5, even though this one's not yet over. In fact, he's probably going to start thinking about game 4 again if he was thinking about game 5, because now he's all of a sudden scored 2 goals in quick succession, and we've got a 5-goal game. Still a huge lead for OSM, but there's just something about the number 5 in 1v1. It seems so much more achievable than 6. Can't tell you why. That's just the way it is. Jwols goes low again. This is dangerous. OSM nearly falling for 2 in a row, and Jwols getting low with the shot, but OSM stays in the way of it. You know, I think that one save might have just confirmed the win for OSM. Wasn't the easiest save, wasn't the easiest position to read, but he's done well. And suddenly, instead of a minute left of game time, we have well under 30 seconds. Jwols has squandered his one and only opportunity that he would have had to come back in this game. OSM just too good. Started off way too strong. Jwols, he simply cannot afford OSM running ahead this many goals. It makes your comeback options so limited. Bag of Mechanics is 0 IQ. Title of your autobiography. I wonder what people would expect if they saw that title. What would they anticipate in terms of content? Okay guys, who would you describe in the entire Rocket League scene as a bag of mechanics and 0 IQ? Let's hear it. Who does that most accurately describe according to Twitch chat? Astral, really? Man, after Astral's recent 1v1s, I'm surprised to see that. Says Jesse, really? Interesting. Not Johnny, but that's for sure. Thank you, man. Literally gimmick. Yeah, I saw a few people saying gimmick. Forky probably. Whoa. Savage. Has to be Astral. I don't know. I mean, this season, I would say it describes gimmick a lot more accurately than Astral. Like Astral, yeah, he's not always been known for his big brain plays, but yeah, this has been a pretty shocking season for gimmick overall. Oh, nice interception here by Jwols. Catches OSM, greeting for boosts in the corner. Great line of attack there from Jwols. He wasn't all in on the play until he jumped, and by that point he already knows he's winning the race to the ball. So a change up already. Both games 3 and 4 had OSM starting off with a 5-0 lead. So at least in this one, Jwols has found the back of the net early. He knows we're not going to be exiting in 3 quick one-sided matches. But he still needs to be so careful. OSM's shooting has improved significantly since the start of this series. Games 1 and 2, he looked way off target, missing the mark consistently, but all of a sudden he's found some semblance of form, and that's a good recovery as well. Catches Jwols by surprise, it would seem, who is going for a placed shot, and now that's a great mind game by OSM. May have overran the follow-up, but he's finding ways through. The opportunities are certain to come if OSM can keep playing like he is right now. And there's another one. He's already got the ball past Jwols again, and he's even going to whoops him. OSM trying to win it right here with a tilter. Jwols expected OSM to go up the wall for an air dribble. OSM chips it in field, and now he's starting to run away with this one. Kickoff goes in his favour. Low flick on target, saved by Jwols, and I feel like that's going to be one of the keys for Jwols' comeback here. He needs to steady the ship in defence. He can't afford to go 3, 4, 5 goals down. Has to stay close, has to waste time. Think about game 1, so few goals were scored, and Jwols was the one who squeezed out the win in the end. There's no risks needed at the moment. No risks allowed for Jwols. OSM's been too quick. He's been too punishing. Boost Seal comes in. Darth Cruz, thanks to the 3-month prime. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the stream. Jwols jumping here just shows desperation more than anything else. OSM wows him with a long shot and the quick chat at the same time. Oh, what was Jwols thinking? This is just way too risky. Cutting in field this harshly on a goalkeeper who's in position. Not the best play at the best of times. And this certainly wasn't the best of times. Already 2 minutes gone. OSM looking to go up by 3, and he does. And once again, I just got to say, OSM's turnaround here, so impressive. If you look at game 2 by itself, you would never expect that OSM would be able to come off the back of that and win 3 games in a row, far less in dominating fashion. But that's where we're headed, unless Jwols can come up with a plan B here. Or has he already tried plan B? Are we already on to C or even D? What's he got left? There just haven't been enough successful challenges to formulate a plan with. He's constantly playing catch up. He's constantly one step behind, and he's constantly watching the ball roll into his net. 5-1. OSM marches down the middle. Jwols ran out of boost. He couldn't get goal side. Fons, thanks for the 3-month prime. Oh, you're watching the NA Assault Mine? Well, be careful not to get any spoilers into Twitch chat. But welcome to the stream as well, dude. And also, Abu Nayan, did I say that right? Cheers for the brand new prime, mate. This is so impressive from OSM. What he is doing right now to Jwols is, I think, the most one-sided that we've seen anybody beat Jwols in 3 games. Alpha was able to beat Jwols in 3 games, but those were, you know, a couple of close ones before one, which was this one-sided. OSM's actually, at the current rate of things, about to demolish Jwols 3 times in a row. Jwols is the guy who I thought was probably the favourite to take this matchup. Before we saw OSM against Logic yesterday, that was the matchup that changed my mind. He's looking like his old self again. But Jwols just doesn't have much time left. He needs to score pretty soon. And these long shots, like I said last game, they really look like desperation more than anything else. Not confident enough. Not a real chance to score. All it is a giveaway of possession. And OSM is so much more consistent with turning his possessions into goals, it would seem. Christmas is in a month and a bit. You did any tournament or for it or anything? Yeah, well, this is the qualifier to the EU Salt Mine, which is going to be starting on the 14th of November, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to run on until the 18th, or is it the 17th of December? And then after that, we're going to have the Salt Mine World Finals with top 4 EU versus top 4 NA. So that tournament running up right to Christmas Day. That could be my present for you guys this year. Hey Jordy, thanks for 2-month tier 1. Sometimes I do some 0 IQ plays. I could see that. How's the free play going? When are you on ban, mate? Are you on ban pretty soon? Oh, I just realised OSM's pre-flipped, hasn't he? It's an open net though. Come on. I could have done that. I would probably have hit the bar though, to be fair. Which would have been an even more OSM thing to do than actually scoring that. Would have been pre-flipping and then hitting the bar. OSM is just looked too good here though. Jwols really hasn't had a chance. He's been outclassed mechanically, and unfortunately for him, he's also been outclassed strategically. That's why these games have been running away from him so quickly. That one change of pace that OSM made at the start of Game 3 has completely turned this series on its head. And if you can do that consistently, if that's just a play you can have in your back pocket that you can whip out in any series, it's going to make your opponent's life so much more difficult, because they have to play against 2 different players in essence. You start off playing nice and slow and controlled, and then all of a sudden you start ball chasing. And it's not out of desperation, he just chose to make that strategical change. He's clearly had practice with both play styles, OSM. That's a good goal by Jwols, but probably too little too late at this point. 24 seconds left. He needs a couple kickoff goals or it's all going to be over, and he's not going to get one. In fact, OSM's going to get one. 5-goal game again, and that's it. The reverse sweep complete. OSM takes down Jwols. Revenge is his. And how sweet it must feel, not only with a reverse sweep against the player who knocked him into the lower bracket in the first place, but also in the final match to qualify for the league. Jwols so close. Yeah, so far, still, I think, some of the best Rocket League we've ever seen from him. He's played well. He's just running into a player who's on form at the right time. And Jwols wasn't able to go up that extra gear like OSM was. I would be surprised if this is the last we see from Jwols in ones. He's just getting better and better every time I see him play, every year. Making these minor improvements, going up in the ranks, and making it all the way into the qualification match, not just on the lower side, but in the winner's side as well. Shows us that, you know, he's played a great tournament as well. GG's to him. OSM comes out with a reverse sweep. And there's the GG's from both players. Jwols wrote it in party chat. That does confirm the OSM qualification. 2 years in a row we're going to see OSM in the big ones tournament at the end of the year. What color was I used here to show qualified players? Yellow. Yeah, again, commiserations to Jwols. A good try, but just not good enough.